on mute, I guess. God damn. I'll wait till the comment comes up. If you can hear me. Can you hear me now? Silent Bob. You guys got me? Wendy, could you open the door and holler down over the stairs if you can hear me? All right. Good. Welcome. We'll do this again. April 24th. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, she's now going to yell at me. Okay, thank you. Okay, we're good. We're high tech over here in Studio B. So, guys, thanks for showing up. Pop in the chat. How you doing on a scale of 1 to 10? Thursday, April 24th, 78 on the sleep score. Turns out when you go to bed and prioritize sleep, the sleep score comes up. Get a little throw a little exercise in there, eat right, you lose a little weight. It's rocket science, I tell you. Who knew? Rachel, good to see you. Matthew Tolman in the house. Roy Dahl is here, the original OG. Dave Howard, good to see you. You can hear me now. Good deal. How's it going, guys? Good to see you. Those of you that have been taking part in the daily sales accelerator this week, Steve had his call with his private coaching clients yesterday, but he's back today. So I believe it'll be him today himself. So if you want a good dose of that and to kind of test drive that program, you can do that. DM me for the link if you haven't got it already. I think I sent it out to a couple of you guys last night. So Rachel's an 8.5. That's not too shabby. Matt Blood checking in this morning. Good to see you, brother. Always good when Matt Blood shows up. We know it's a party. At least we know if we have to tile anything, we'll have the best damn tile guy in the region with us. So anyway, guys, we'll see who pops on Instagram. But in the meantime, we're going to pivot today. Okay. We wrapped up our performance habit series yesterday. 9.9 for Matt Blood. Love it. Love to see it. Always just a little room for improvement, right? So as promised, I kind of switched from the personal development stuff to the business development stuff. Try to throw some topics at you guys that kind of, cut across the middle and help give everybody a little bit of help. Roy, you had over 100 days to figure this out. 119, day 119, Roy. Let the record show on day 119, Bob got on and the mute button was pressed. Hey, maybe somebody did that. Somebody tired of listening to me. Wendy says 9.8. Got to leave that room for herself for a little bit of improvement. We like that. Yeah. So wanted to talk about some business stuff today. And when we start talking business, we got to talk foundation, right? And I try to tie a lot of my coaching stuff to my contracting and remodeling, back to that business, and then kind of mix it in with some mental toughness and mindset from the endurance sport. And voila, we've got a few things to chat about. So I wanted to talk about why most businesses fail at the basics and how to fix it. So this is good for you too if you're thinking about maybe starting your own business, stepping out of that W-2, right? So this series I'm going to call the Builder's Blueprint, all right? Because that's what we would look at if we were going to build a business, okay? Most business owners jump straight to growth when they don't have a structure, right? It's like you wouldn't build a house on bad soil or on a side hill, right? Without shoring it up. You can't scale a business without systems, without with an unclear offer or just chaos with your numbers. If you want something that lasts, it starts with a foundation. And like I've said to a lot of you guys that are on here in coaching calls, like, hey, if somebody rolled into town and wanted to buy your business and just got their checkbook out, said, hey, how much do you need? And you said your number and they said, that's fine. And they just, yeah, that's fine. Just give me the handbook to it so that I can run it. Because I don't know anything about what you do. Would you be able to hand that over and we'll bring them in and show them how every bit of your business works and have it documented? Probably not. Did I? Nope, never. So If I could go back and fix that, absolutely 100%. Would have made my business saleable, right? Versus, well, it's Turner Builders. I guess we're just going to pivot and do something else, right? So again, I don't come at this stuff from knowing everything. I come at it from having learned what I might do differently next time. Okay. So again, you wouldn't build a house without leveling the slab, right? That's exactly what a lot of contractors and business owners do in business. They chase leads. They say yes to everything. Before long, they're stuck in something that they can't sustain, and now they're on the hamster wheel, right? And even well before that, before they even start a business, they just like come up with a name and create a Facebook page. Like, dude, there's a lot of things to do before you even start, before you even drive that first nail, so to speak. So we're going to talk today about pouring the slab, not the sexy stuff, the necessary stuff. All right. The fundamentals are the foundation for everything else. Okay. Skip them and you'll skip rebuilding. Hang on. I got to put my phone on do not disturb. I'm all screwed up today. There it is. Do not disturb. So 4 missing foundation blocks in small business. 1, clarity of your offer, right? What do you actually even do? People have asked me that in coaching, recently. Tyler's asked me, like, what is the transformation you take people through? What do people have after working with you that they didn't have before? Who's your ideal client? What types of jobs or clients are you saying yes and no to? Okay. And then the next one is just basic financial awareness. Do you even know what to charge? And it doesn't come from, well, the market rate is the going rate for putting siding on is $125 a square. That has no bearing on what it costs you to do it or what you should charge to get it done. Okay. You have any idea what it costs to run the business? What your break-even point is? These are questions you need to be able to answer. Yeah, Rachel says, as an employee, it makes your business much more appealing to stay and grow with too, right? If you're working with somebody that knows these things, does that not point to the fact that they're probably going to be around a while? Richard Nordheim is here. Speaking of people who run a great business. Yeah. So and the next one's time and workflow structure. Do you control your calendar, or are you always just kind of reacting? Hop in the truck in the morning and just look for the next biggest fire to put out? Right? Are you batching site visits, estimates, and calls, like planning your day out, or just juggling them all in one day, go wherever, being led around by the nose by subcontractors and designers and customers, clients, whomever? Larry White is here. Good morning. Anchoring down Central Maine. I call it Central Maine, but maybe the Bangor area. And then if you're check out your communication systems. Do you have templates and tools for estimates? If a new salesperson comes in, do they know how to present you as a company? Do you have a project management process? Are you using any construction management software? You guys know I love JobTread. All right. How do you handle change orders? Right? Don't give them away. Trust me. Are you the only one that can answer a client's question? Everything has to come through you. I was saying to somebody else the other day, your desk is where things go to die. Right? You just move it around from one side to the other. It kind of feels like you made a little progress. Well, we'll neaten up that stack and put it over here. Right? Steve Rosenberg, have a full-time VA run your back end of your life. Yeah, exactly. Good morning, Dave Brackett. Right. So all of those things, guys, if you don't have them, those are that's the slab. That's the concrete. That's the base plate, if you will. And Steve's on here. I've heard Steve say this. The bigger the house, the bigger the business, the wider the base. Richard calls his project manager Joe Tread. I love it. Yeah, you should get some shirts made up. But why do people skip that part, right? Here's why. They're tradesmen first. They fall in love with what they're doing. They get frustrated with who they're working for. They say, screw this, I can go do this on my own. And the next thing you know, they're driving down the road and their dashboard is full of paperwork. They have no idea. The P&L says they made money, but they don't have anything in the checking account, right? They skip the foundation first. They've learned the craft, but not the business side. And then, frankly, they didn't even ask for it, and they may not even have wanted it. Okay. You ever heard of the Peter principle? You don't take the best used car salesman and make him the used car sales manager. You don't. He might suck. And some of these guys, they're just in survival mode, and they just don't feel like they have time. Well, how am I going to do everything, Bob? I mean, I'm just one guy. So, like Steve said, you can check into getting a VA. If you don't know what a VA is, it's a virtual assistant. You would be amazed at how inexpensively you can bring somebody on to do those things, or have somebody in your corner. You know, you guys know, you hear me mention Wendy all the time. Most of what gets thrown on me now gets thrown onto Wendy, right? As I'm doing my thing. I'm like, first thing I'm saying, is that something I can have Wendy do? And she's like, yeah, I'll add it to my list. Boom, done. No stress. So here's the truth, guys. You don't have time not to fix the foundation. It doesn't matter how far down the road you are. You can fix this, okay? Those cracks cost you time. They cost you money, and eventually reputation in the game, right? So what does that look like? Yeah, Dave says everybody should have a Wendy. Hey, be careful. She's my Wendy. August 16th, baby. We were working on a wedding plans last night, you know, and talking about the flow of everything, and just kind of started to get a little bit real. I'm like, wow, we kind of gonna be doing this thing, you know. We really doing this 4 months out about. So how do you fix the foundation, right? What does that look like? Number one, define your ideal client and the work you love and profit from. Yeah, they did break the mold. Like, who is your ideal client? And create a job flow system. Like, what is the client journey through your company, right? The inquiry, the estimate, the proposal, the production, the payment, whatever those steps are. Okay. Write them down. They might be unique to your company, but chances are they're pretty much the same for every business. Then set a weekly admin time to look at the numbers. Pull your head out of the sand, look at the numbers. I lived with my head in the sand for a lot of the time that I was a contractor. I figured, it's all good. We got it. We'll just sell more. Just sell more. And then just start documenting your process. Even if it's messy, just write something down. This is how we do it. Literally, guys, you can feed that shit into ChatGPT and make it look a lot better, right? Hey, I've got these things. I would like to, as a high level project management expert, please lay out the process for managing a project in a $1.5 million, mostly remodeling contracting business. Boom. Oh yeah, that's good. I like that. But could you revise that to include ... Everything. Work templates, estimate emails, project overview, stuff, outlines, whatever. Everything. You can use it for everything. It's crazy. If you're not using, guys, I spent 10 days talking about ChatGPT and what it could do for you. And literally, I'm a beginner. Yeah, literally. Like, I'm just scratching the surface. Okay. So I'll ask you to do this. Audit your foundation. Score yourself 1 to 5 on these things. And guys, if you jumped in late, number one, let us know how you're doing. Say hello in the chat. But also, we're talking about the foundation of the business, okay? Getting your shit straight before you start, all right? Score yourself 1 to 5. How clear is your offer? 1 to 5. What's your financial awareness? 1 to 5. How about your workflow structure? How does work and clients and customers flow through your business? Lastly, communication system. Okay, score all of those 1 to 5. Clear offer, financial awareness, workflow structure, communication system. Pick the lowest score. And let's start improving that this week. Commit to improving that this week. If you said, hey, I got a 1 on my clear offer, boom, sit down in front of ChatGPT, say everything you know about yourself and your business into it, and say, I would like you to create a prompt to take me through the process of defining my clear offer. Boom. Now you've got the prompt. Take that back. It's like literally taking something out of the printer, feeding it back in the other side. Okay, feed the prompt in. Take me through the process of creating a clear offer. Let me know. I just did this, okay? That's why I'm sharing it. not like I just learned that, like I've known this all along. I literally just learned this. And it's fun. So if you want and you care to, drop your lowest category in the comments with a fist pump that you're going to commit to improving it in some way this week. Rachel says, if you use software, you use Loom, something similar to walk through the steps and screen record. So absolutely, you can use Loom. So let's say you have guys use JobTread, right? Of course, JobTread's probably not a great example because they have so many great training videos. But if you wanted to train somebody on something, here's Danielle just popping in. So take Danielle's job. For instance, let's say she needs to train somebody on running the office at one of their centers. These are the top 10 things that you need to, these are the first things you do every day. Take them right through a video, show them how it is, show them where it is on the computer. 40 years in, I'm going back to square one to reinforce the foundation, to build back better. Yeah, why not? Why not? Who cares? You can always restart as many times as you want. Is this helpful, guys? She is one of a kind, Dave. We have a lot of fun together. That's the way it should be, right? Yeah. Guys, you can't build something that lasts on guesswork. You need structure, clarity, and rhythm. Steve, I don't know if Steve's still on here or not, but he would tell you that if you don't have a business that you can walk away from for a week, you know, they call it the fishing test, I think, right? Go fishing and go on vacation for a week or two. If when you come back, it's a cluster, you don't have a business, you have a job. Yeah, you don't have a business, you have a job. Don't worry about scaling yet. Everybody talks about scaling. You got to scale. You got to scale. I'm into scale. I will do that at scale. If you don't do it right at the level that you're at, all you're going to do is grow a problem exponentially. Okay? You're going to grow a problem exponentially. All right? Worry about strength. Make your system strong. Make it so it runs. Okay? That's how you earn the right to grow. All right? Pop the fist pump in if this helped you guys. Mark says, I need to start giving back to Mark. There was a heavy sinking feeling yesterday. Yeah, exactly. Yep, and I know. Proud of you, buddy. I know you're dealing with some tough stuff. All right? But you're going through it. You're doing the things. Unfortunately, being an owner, a business owner, means you get to do the hard things from time to time, right? On the people side, especially. And it's not always fun, right? And if you have a soul at all, it should be hard at times. There's some hard things. People put you in tough spots, and we'll talk about that in the coming days. But I'm going to do 10 days on this business focus. Okay, I'm calling it. There's my notes. The Builder's Blueprint. Okay, we're just going to talk about some stuff, guys. If you've got a business, you're doing 10 million, and you got this shit squared away, you know, hop in the chat and have a good time, and maybe drop some knowledge. All right. But this is stuff that's going to be helpful for people that either started as a tradesman, started when they kind of just got thrust into it. Hey, I've got a degree in economics, but I'm running a wood shop. I got a degree in psych, but I'm all of a sudden I'm a financial planner. I've got a degree. I got an MBA, but I'm a carpenter on a crew. That's who this is for. Thinking about starting a business. Started a business and some things got away from you. Let's reel them in. And I challenge you guys to find one area, one of those questions I asked you: clear offer, financial awareness, workflow structure, communication system. Figure it out. Which one of those, frankly, suck? And be honest. Be honest. Nobody cares. Like, don't flatter yourself. Like, I got all kinds of things that I got to work on. All right. We all do. That's why we're here, where we all grow together. All right. Pop it in the chat. I challenge you to come back later today to the chat and say, hey, 1 through 5 on financial awareness, scored myself a 2. This is what I'm doing. Danielle, degree in architectural engineering, running a childcare company. I rest my case. Yeah. But you go from there, right? The education's great. And I'm sure you use it in some way, right? It's usually communication, Rachel says. Yeah. Speaking of communication, if you're looking to get better at communication, a great way to do that is to work on your sales game. A great way to do that is to jump into our daily sales accelerator that we do with Steve Rosenberg. Steve will be there today, I believe, and they're going to work on role plays. So even if you want to sit on the sidelines and just kind of peek in and see what that's all about and watch somebody do a live sales role play, you can do that today at 10:30 Eastern. It's a Zoom call, Zoom setup, so easy to deal with. Hop in there. He won't pick on you. Jump in and see what it's all about. DM me for the link if you want. We're not just throwing it out to the world because Steve delivers a lot of value there, and we want to make sure that the people that are there have some skin in the game or came from somewhere that we're aware of. So that's all. So guys, I would be remiss if I didn't thank my sponsors. I don't have any sponsors, but I do like to mention my daughter Bailey's social media business. And someday, maybe over the course of 365 days, maybe it'll make the difference in her getting another client. I just put the link in the chat. Check her out on Instagram. She's 21 Digital, and she's doing a great job. And the stuff that she sends me, the reels that she makes, and the copy that she writes for people, it's just pretty cool stuff. I like seeing it, and it's fun to watch. And as a dad, I just want to make sure I'm helping her out any way that I can. And I like to help people out that I enjoy and I know and like and trust and share those things with you guys. Steve Rosenberg's another one of those people. He done a lot for me, continues to do a lot for me. And he's one of those guys that's just like, let's frickin' go. Let's do it. Let's get it done. Another guy that's a straight baller is Tyler Kirk from Legacy Media. Tyler's helping me with my website. He's not helping me with my website. Tyler is creating the website for me. So, yeah, we want to bring Bailey on a call soon, Mark. I told her that the other day. Told her going to get out of her comfort zone and get after it. So, we'll get her up. It's only 7 a.m. in Dallas, and you know what I say. You should have been up for hours. So, yeah. And Wendy says if you'd like to chat with me, Bob, that is, happy to schedule a strategy call. We can call it what you want. Call it a discovery call. Call it if you're looking to talk about coaching, we can. If you're like, hey, Bob, I really like what you're doing. I'm having this issue. Can you take 15 or 20 minutes with me? Please do. Please know that I'm not going to say, hey, are you going to hire me for coaching at the end? Okay. If you want to talk coaching, we will. Okay. But on that call, it literally is what I advertise it as. Is it just a free 30-minute strategy call? I leave room in my schedule on the daily for those things. So if you think I might be able to help you, please reach out to me. I would love to see if we can help. I've had some great podcasts lately. If you're new here and you haven't checked out the Summit podcast, check it out. I had a guy named Brian Edwards on. We're going to get Richard Nordheim on if it kills me. We've been missing each other scheduling. So check out the Summit podcast on Apple Podcasts, and they all live on YouTube. Speaking of the YouTube channel, Wendy will share that as well because I don't have that on my iPad for quick posting. So this was a turning point for me. Yeah, Mark, great. I love it. Yeah. And, and I know you don't mind if we share. I talked with Mark yesterday. I said, in our coaching call, I said, we may look back on today and say, that's the day things turned around. Okay. So guys, you can always turn it around. You can always make a change. You can always improve things. You have the tools right at your fingertips. It's crazy what's out there today. And if we sat here for 4 hours today, we can't even come up with what's going to be available to us in 10 years or what the business climate's going to look like in 10 years. So if you're doing it the way you always did it, and that's the only reason you do it that way, that bears some examination. And it's certainly up for discussion. I like to say, hey, everything's in play. I don't have it figured out. All right. If somebody's got a better way to do it, someone's got a better way for me to do it quicker, spend less time with it, make more money doing it, get it out to more people. I'm all about that. So anyway, guys, it's been fun. Thursday, April 24th, kicking ass, taking names, day 119, sleeping better, losing weight. I can't help but think it's part of it is just being able to check in with you guys every day and just wanting to lead by example and lead from the front. So appreciate you being on the journey with me. If there's anything I can do for you in between calls, please let me know. Check us out 10:30 today on the Steve Rosenberg's Daily Sales Accelerator. Again, DM me for the link. I will not post it out publicly. We want it to come from the people in our communities. Dave says you don't have to have it all figured out. you have a lot of it figured out. So, well, thank you. I appreciate that, brother. Rachel says, let's go. Move the ego out of the way and improve your biz. Yeah. Leave the ego in the truck, I always say. Leave it at the door. So anyway, everybody's got stuff. So, and this is a safe place. And I would like to say what happens here stays here, although this does get posted out publicly. Inside our summit coaching groups, when we have calls, what happens there stays there. So guys, if you're interested, check it out. I appreciate you being here on the daily. If you're watching it on the rewind, give me a fist pump, share it out. I want to thank Dan Bennett, Michael Herron, guys like Matt Tolman, Wendy, people that share this stuff out on the daily. Don't worry about what your coworkers think. Just share it. Say, hey man, this guy's trying to help people every day in business and life. Give it a look. So guys, appreciate you. Thanks. Have a great day. Kick ass, take names, keep your hands to yourself. Don't touch other people's stuff. All right, later. Bye.